On Wednesday, July 8, 2014, a plane crash in Los Angeles left 2 teenage girls in heaven and injured 168 others. At 5:13 p.m. Wednesday, July 8, 2014, the plane, an Airbus 330, took off from the International Airport 402. After 2 p.m. the plane crashed on approach to Los Angeles. After the accident, 2 16-year-old girls identified as Charlotte Haley Fairchild went to heaven after the accident. The aircraft has 314 occupants. The plane had dust all around the plane. Unfortunately, 2 teenage girls did not make it. They were both identified as 16-year-old Charlotte Haley Fairchild, her mother Hartley, and her 3 lovely eldest daughters. Her eldest daughters were so cute and sweet, and they sat next to each other. Another 16-year-old daughter, Andrews Haley Fairchild. Andrews Haley Fairchild hit her face against the chair in front of her when it crashed, and she hit her face on the floor. The 16-year-old girl had her right arm broken and severe moderate burns on her elbow, and her elbow was broken and it hurt badly. Andrews Haley Fairchild was in a lot of pain. Her mother saved her, and she was broken to see her bruised nose and eyes. She was taken to Los Angeles General and underwent surgery after arriving. Her mother and daughters held hands and prayed for her while she was in surgery. Andrews Haley Fairchild woke up after the operation and was in serious condition. The only one in serious condition is a 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild, born July 16 and 17. She was in tears, and her mother sat down on her side and held her hands tightly and stayed by her side. On Friday, July 16, 2014 and Saturday, July 17, 2014, a 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild. They celebrated the life of a 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild. She was buried on Friday, July 22, 2014, and they prayed to put flowers on her grave, and her mother was in tears at her daughter's grave. A memorial was inaugurated on Friday, August 13, 2014 near the airport in memory of the girl. A 16-year-old girl was in serious condition, and this 16-year-old girl was fighting for her life and clinging to her life. Her back had blisters on her elbow and back, and she had surgery on her broken body. Her body was full of white and red burns, and her shoulder was broken because she hit her body on the chair in front. It took her and her mother a long time until she was saved. She was buried because she was hit by something a little hot when she hit the chair in front of her. Andrews Haley Fairchild, 14, was an adorable teenage girl. The crash claimed its 3rd victim. A 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild after 8 days of an airport impairing accident. A 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild was in serious condition fighting for her life, and they prayed for her. But she didn't make it. She went to heaven late at night and early in the morning of July 16 and July 17, 2014. She was laid to rest on July 22, 2014. Her grave had her family and friends and the whole nation praying for her. The nation was just praying. Andrews Haley Fairchild's family were by her side during her last goodbye before she went to heaven. On the anniversary of the July 8 accident the following year, they relived the fateful day when the lives of 3 teenage girls were lost and changed the nation. On July 8, she was in a plane crash and announced that she had gone to heaven 8 days later. 16-year-old girl identified as Andrews Haley Fairchild's cutest daughter, Andrews Haley Fairchild, and the Haley Fairchild family.